Ladies and gentlemen, please give a really warm welcome for the wonderful Mel Dockery.
I hid my mother's engagement ring and my wedding ring in between the pages of the New York Times and then put them in my nightstand, because what robber in his right mind would think of looking in the Sunday Times magazine section for my mother's engagement ring and my, whatever it was, my husband's, ex-husband's ring. I'm getting carried away here, sorry. So there might be some of you out there thinking that this was a bit paranoid, a little bit crazy on my part, so let me explain the circumstances. My mother had just died and left me an orphan. She died when she was 94, but an orphan is an orphan. And I had just discovered that my husband had an entirely new family halfway around the world in Vietnam, and 3-year-old twins. And I just kind of felt that my life was crumbling. And so these rings represented stability, the stability that I had known, and nobody was going to take them away. So having accomplished the deed, I then kind of fell into this slump, as you do, of depression. And the dust bunnies around the door, and the frozen dinners in those plastic containers congealed in the sink, and it was really disgusting. And so as the depression started to lift, as one does, I went completely in the other direction and became a maniac and said, this place is going to be spotless. And so I tidied everything, I cleaned it. I'm sorry, I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old grandchildren. That's how they talk. Did you clean it, Grandma? Nothing to do with the rings. So I did. I cleaned it, everything. And it wasn't until 4 a.m. the following morning that's when we all have our epiphanies, right? I realized, of course, I had thrown away the Sunday Times magazine section with the rings. So I rushed out. Oh, by the way, I was living in a very, very secure gated community in a very secure area of Tampa, Florida. I don't know why I thought a robber was coming to my house. So I rushed down and I look, and the sidewalk is completely bare. It's clean. There are no garbage bags. They have been collected. So as soon as I could, I went to the office at 8 a.m. in the morning and said, my garbage, where is my garbage? So they said, well, it's still on the property. It's in the large trash compactor at the back of the property. And you can go and see if you can pull it out, because there is a little window and you might be able to pull the bags out and see if you can get your bag. Right? So I walked back there. It's July. I don't know if anybody here has been to Tampa in July. It's disgusting. And of course, the trash compactor is sitting with no shade whatsoever. It's so hot. And it's this enormous green animal, almost. I mean, really, it seemed like an animal breathing in the heat. And it had this little opening, and you could see that there were trash bags, and there was a stick with a nail. And so I took the stick with a nail and said, okay, we're going to do this. There is some expertise here, in case you ever do the same thing. You know, you tie the bags, those white bags with the tie in them. You know what I'm talking about? Yes. So what you have to do, you take a stick. You have to be very careful, because the tie usually is not towards you, so you have to turn it around, because you don't want the nail to tear the bag. And once you've turned it around, you hook it and you pull. And it sounds easy, but it's not easy. So after about 20 minutes, I had 3 bags on the ground, and I thought, this is going to take longer than I thought. And of course, I never ever thought, what's going to happen if I am successful in getting enough bags out, how on earth am I going to get the bags, over the... So it didn't get that far, because I mistimed one of the bags and I didn't get where you tie the thing. And the bag ripped, but it ripped as it was coming out of the trash compactor, and the garbage fell all over me in the heat. Yeah, it was disgusting. And you really could not tell the macaroni shells, those shells from the maggots, only the maggots were moving. I mean, it was totally disgusting. So I said, this is not working. And I went back up to the apartment, and I cleaned up, and I went back and said, I'm sorry, it didn't work. And they said, we have another plan. You can pay $300, and we'll get a private collection, and they will come and pick up the trash compactor, and you can follow them back to the garbage dump. And I thought, well, I've come this far, and so I may as well do that. So I gave them the check for $300 and then waited in the sun, because that was before cell phones, for the guy to arrive. And he did arrive, and he put the whole trash compactor on the back of a truck, and I followed him down to this enormous hangar. It's about the size of an airplane hangar. I mean, it's huge. And there was a wonderful foreman. It was this big, hearty woman, and she said, we've been waiting for you. And she gives me a boat hook. A boat hook. I'm not the only one that throws things away in the garbage. They're prepared. And my trash guy, he doesn't put the trash all in one great big pile. He poops it out in about 10 different poops. And I take my boat hook, and there's all sorts of workers in this great big hangar thing, and it's not in the sun, thank God. And they're all cheering me on, and I go to the first pile of poop, nothing. Second pile of poop, nothing. Third pile of poop, oh my God. I see my trash bag. I can see the Sunday Times Magazine section. And I let out this holler and say, I found the bag! And everybody comes running, and they're in a circle around me going, yeah, open the bag, open the bag. I don't know why they spoke with New York accent. Open the bag. And so I pulled the bag with the boat hook, and I untie it, because I never tie those closures in a knot, because you never know, you might have something else to throw away. Anybody else do that? Nice little bow, so you can undo the bow. Undo the bow, take the magazine section out, and then I freeze. Did I ever actually look in my jewelry box? This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in my life. And I say, no, you've got to go on, you come this far, open it. And so I start to turn the pages, and I think I feel a lump, and I do feel a lump, and there are my rings, and I have them. Look, engagement ring, wedding ring, I found my rings. I got them. And after that, life was never as bad again.